Welcome to the Delco Nerd Network Hot Takes. You're probably asking, Gooch, what the hell is a hot take exactly? Well, it's where we give our thoughts, give our opinions on a game, on a TV show, or a movie. And today it's going to be a TV show, and that TV show is DC Universe's exclusive, Titans. Dramatic.
Yeah. Bum, bum, bum.
Yeah, so, of course, before we go into it, as always, Chris Trio, my co-host.
What's going on, guys? Gooch, how are you?
Good. So yeah, we are talking about DC streaming services' first show. The show that they essentially launched the platform with, which is Titans, a first live-action look on the famous team, the Teen Titans, which we've only really seen in animated form.
Correct.
And in comic books, obviously.
Yeah.
So this is kind of our first dive into what a live-action Teen Titans would look like that is actually adult.
Very
adult.
For sure adult. Like,
Yeah.
decidedly adult.
So, forewarning, we'll get into spoilers at some point. We'll definitely dictate when, but I feel like we can talk around it for a little bit.
For sure. For the first couple episodes, for sure, too.
Yeah, so you watched it pretty much within like 2 or 3 days.
Correct.
And I watched it as the episodes were coming out.
Yeah.
So you're definitely going to have things more fresher, so you might need to help me out there.
No problem.
What did you think?
I liked it. I did. I liked
Good.
it. I didn't... I don't know if I say I loved it. I had a lot of fun with it. Watching it, I told you this, it wasn't a chore to watch. Like, I was binging it these last couple days, and I was doing that because I wanted to do it. Because I was thinking about...
I kind of figured that's how you would watch it.
Yeah, and I really liked it. I thought the characters were pretty well cast.
I would agree.
I really liked the guy who plays Dick. Dick Grayson,
Yeah.
I think, is really kind of well brought to life in this. Like you said, it's decidedly adult. I mean, Dick kills people. I thought that was a dream sequence when I first saw it in the trailer. I assume that's what it was.
The
But
fuck
no.
Batman scene?
Yeah,
Which is totally out of context in the trailers.
Yeah, it
It's
is.
not, he doesn't really just say, fuck Batman.
If it would have been funny if he did say it. I think it would have made more sense if he just said it to him. But, you know, hey, he was there just beating up a dude. That was a great action scene, kind of got you into it. I did. I enjoyed it overall. But what about you?
Good.
What did you think?
I liked it. I think I'm at the same level you are.
Yeah.
I didn't love it, but I liked it, and I think the season ends to a point where I'm like, wow, I'd love to see more. Because I think during the season I was like, wow, are they going to do Trigon? That's not really a spoiler.
Yeah.
But I'm like, are they going to do Trigon in season 1? It's like, oh no, okay, I think we're going to build up to it. And that's really cool because I think a villain on his caliber kind of deserves that. Plus Trigon's a big villain for the Teen Titans and Raven.
Yeah.
Regardless. So
Yep.
I was kind of like there was no like main villain, but we were leading up to
Sure.
the big bad.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of a comparison from another DC TV show, but none.
This is really the first of of DC to do this. Like, this is the equivalent to Marvel's Netflix shows, in my opinion. It's not like it's almost like an 8-hour
To a
movie.
degree, yeah.
I'm sorry, an 11-hour movie, rather than like your week. Whereas Flash, you have your villain of the week. You very much have that weekly story. Whereas, and then also you have that
seasonally story as well.
I'm saying that's what I'm saying. You
Yeah.
have that weekly story as well as that overarching villain. Whereas this, I did feel like kind of they were always worrying about Raven, or I guess Rachel, I should say, and like what was going on with her. It was very heavily based on her. I mean, there was that one episode where Robin finds the serial killer that's going after the people in his past. But for the most part, it was very more focused on this.
There's a lot of episodes that, going off what you said, that kind of like tell different stories within this universe. The Hawk and Dove one, we get the Doom Patrol episode. There's more of an episode focused
You're right. They're definitely. I actually
on
didn't think
Jason
about
Todd.
that. There's those story adjacent episodes,
But they all kind of feel relevant.
For sure.
Like, especially, like, I mean, like, all. Like, they really do. Maybe not Doom Patrol so much, but, like, that was setting up the Doom Patrol TV show, which is airing in a few weeks here in February, which looks interesting.
It does.
Yeah, but I kind of enjoyed that. Like, I really liked the Hawk and Dove episode. I fucking loved it.
I really did too. Yeah,
I don't know why. And, like, I don't know.
Their chemistry's great.
Like, I don't know if they're going to be Titans, but, like, our default team is not the stereotypical team. It's Robin, Starfire, Raven, and Beast Boy.
Correct. So
Traditionally,
Cyborg's in there.
Cyborg's in there. He's not.
He's going to be in Doom Patrol.
But we also have seen Hawk, Dove, Jason Todd, Robin, or Red Hood. I doubt he's going to be a Titan, but we've seen him. Who else? Donna Troy, who I really like. Like,
awesome.
I'm interested. Like, they're not like saying, "Hey, they're gonna be part of this team."
Mm-hmm.
They're just introducing them. Like, I feel like Hawk and Dove could definitely be a part of the Titans, or like definitely not, or maybe one of them is, or maybe Donna Troy comes in for a bit and leaves.
Yep.
Like, I feel like they're opening it up to be like, "Hey, like,
I think
this
it works
team
like that too.
Is gonna like fluctuate with people."
And I do enjoy how everything. Yeah. Everything exists in this, like, oh, who are you? Donna Troy. Okay. I'm more like, ooh! Like,
yeah.
And then it gets the thing, and Beast Boy's like, oh, you're Wonder Girl. Like, that's awesome. This is
a show for people, like, if you understand comics, you'll get the show.
You'll get an extra layer out of it. I think you'll still get the show if you don't know comics. But knowing Donna Troy, you're like, oh, that's cool.
Kind of something that, like, Young Justice does, even not just season 3, but the season before. Like,
Definitely.
it doesn't really, like, explain everything. And it kind of, like, lets you just either wonder who this person is or eventually explain it, or maybe you do need the background knowledge to get it. But, like, in Young Justice, like, the Justice League is, like, totally formed, and a lot of things happen throughout those years.
They take so much more liberties in that. And I will say, I think they do a good job of, like, you don't need to know who, like, Donna Troy is. Like, you just need to know, they were friends from the past. They give you the scene of them when they're...
It.
Yeah, exactly. They explain it in the context of the show, to whereas, like, you don't need to know that, but it is just that extra little nugget to be like, oh, that's Donna Troy, it's Wonder Woman, or Wonder Girl. But
there were a lot of controversial things going to this, one of them being Starfire. How do you think Starfire character ended up?
I liked her a lot.
Yeah.
I actually really did. Yeah, I thought she was really well casted.
A lot of those trailers are misdirects. Yeah. Every single one of them, in fact, is a misdirect. Really doesn't explain, like, why she is wearing what she's wearing,
sure.
And you kind of find out, like, as we go, like, oh, like, okay, I guess this makes sense.
Yeah.
And then it kind of, like, I think more towards the end, I was really satisfied with where it went.
I totally agree. I thought she was really well. I love the actress.
We didn't see the suits for basically anyone.
Besides, I mean, obviously you saw the Robin suit, but that's it.
And here's my question: is Dick going to be Nightwing on the Teen Titans?
I feel like he's going to be. I feel like that's what we have to, because he says at one point, he's like, I can't be Robin, obviously, but I can't not be Robin.
Yeah.
And
but, like, are we gonna, like, Nightwing's usually not on the Titans? Like, he's Nightwing after he leaves.
Well, have you read the New Titans at all? The newest run,
the
Rebirth?
No.
It's really good. So there's the Teen Titans, and then there's the Titans run, and it's Nightwing, Raven.
True. It isn't called the Teen Titans.
They are called the and I think it's the original Aqualad, and maybe
the
even
white one or the black one.
The black one.
Okay.
No. The original one, like before Calder, not.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I mean there is precedent for that, and I think that's what we're building towards. I think that would make the most sense. And they nailed that Robin suit. Yeah, I want to see what their fucking Nightwing suit looks like.
Yeah.
I really want to see it.
I want to see what Starfire looks like. Same with Beast Boy. I mean, we didn't get an outfit for pretty much anyone besides Robin and Hawk and Dove and Jason Todd.
And even Rachel, whatever we want to call her, she obviously has hints towards her costume with, like, the pointy hood. But yeah, you never see her full Raven.
And that's cool. Like,
for sure. No, I think it works.
We don't need to blow that load in the
and even I think Beast Boy, you don't need to. His costume in, like, Teen Titans, it's like this weird leotard suit that molds with him, I guess.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, like, he has to get naked to change. Beast Boy, I thought he was well cast too. I like that kid a lot. Who plays him? Yeah, I think it's well done.
I like how they scale Beast Boy down, and he just can turn into a tiger.
At least,
I like how they tone down his powers, because I'm like, I guess they don't really ever be like, hey, like, he goes from here to here. It's just like, oh yeah, he can transform into every animal and, like,
well, and I think
fight.
Yeah, and I think he will be able to do that at some point. Because he talks about, like, what's his name? Chief says it might be just a mental block, and he talks about how he liked tigers a lot when he was a kid.
Yeah,
and I thought that's an interesting idea that he can build up to that.
How do you think the effects were with the tiger for the most part?
For the most part,
pretty
fine.
Good.
Yeah, I thought they were actually really. I mean,
and same with everything else. I mean, there were some blood scenes that are it is kind of over the top with blood, and there are some scenes that's like.
You know, I agree. You know what I think the tone was here for me, at least what I got from it. And you might think I'm crazy. Like a Watchmen like tone, but it's almost in DC. But it's in the DC universe. If
Arrow was on the streaming service, this is what it would look like.
Yeah,
100%.
And
it's got
very noir. It is almost overly dark, literally at some points. I think we could actually, like, brighten up the tone like a little bit, but
especially in the first maybe 4 episodes, and then there's some episodes where it's brighter.
And even when they're outside, it's very cloudy and overcast. And no, but I think it all works for the most part. I really do. And even I like that one-off villain with Dick's villain it gives him his whole background. And
that's actually true to the comics as
is
well.
It?
Yes. That's
okay, I did not know.
I forget his name. Do you know his name off the top of your head?
Melted Man or whatever. That's what it's like.
That's his comic book name, but yeah.
I can't remember his actual name. It was one of the crime bosses' sons.
Yeah, that's true to the comics. So.
Okay, that's interesting.
One thing I think it's cool about the DC Universe, I don't know if you looked at it while you were watching the episodes, but like, if you're watching the episode, it'll be like, oh, like these are the people in this episode, and this is where their comic book origins are.
Oh,
and it
really?
Like tells you a little bit about it. They just did it with Titans. I tried to check for Young Justice, and it's not.
There's probably so many in that.
Oh my God, there's so
Well, I imagine they'll do the same for Doom Patrol and stuff like that. Then.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty cool. I mean, we can definitely talk about the app like towards the end.
Yeah, but also Doom Patrol, I do want to get back to. I'm excited for that show after that episode. And I do think it was relevant in the way of like I liked how because Beast Boy is originally on Doom Patrol in the comics, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So I thought that was a very nice way to like kind of introduce them, give them a almost backdoor pilot, and it works. And I love Robot Man, dude. I think he looks.
Yeah,
awesome.
I think Brendan Fraser's a good casting. I really like Brendan Fraser, like from The Mummy.
Yeah.
And I guess there's like a nostalgia with him that I like, and he's not in a lot of stuff, and I don't know really what's going on with him lately.
Well, he took a break after The Mummy for a while because one, he made so much money, and two, apparently it totally killed his body or something. I think I might have heard this on Kind of Funny. So, like, he really like fucked up his back and like his joints, and he was like really messed up from doing all the stunts.
Really?
So he took a break from acting.
Yeah.
And then I mean he was in Mummy Tomb of the Dragon Emperor or whatever. Like in that was the only movie I remember that was even relevant. Yeah,
I don't talk about that.
I don't watch it.
I've
never watched
the first two Mummies, Mummy and the Return of the Mummy. Fucking great.
They will live on.
The Rock as the Scorpion King. Let's talk about pinnacle roles here.
Pinnacle. That brought him into the ether. Yeah.
That scene is so janky.
No, it is. It's CGI. So
it's so weird. Anyway.
I'm trying to think. Hawk and Dove also. One, they look awesome.
And the sex scene at the end of their episode. Oh my God.
Amazing.
Really good, man. Really good. I mean, I've seen some TV show sex scenes before, but that one took the cake.
It was really on. Did you sidebar here really quick? Did you watch Polar with Matt Mikkelsen yet?
No. Did you watch it?
Yes.
Is it good?
I don't know. I like. You need to watch it, and I feel like we need to review it because it's absolutely ridiculous. But watch it. You just because there's a sex scene in it.
With Mads Mikkelsen?
Yeah, and it goes on for, I kid you not, like 5 minutes. And like, just watch it. I don't want to ruin it. Anyways, Hawk and Dove.
Oh my God, I'm upset here. Like, it's kind of okay, but anyway.
Hawk, what's his name? Alan Richardson, whatever his name is. I really loved him.
The actor?
Yeah, and I liked his background with the brother, and like how Hawk and Dove were actually a thing.
Well, that's how it is in the comics.
Exactly, that's
like
what I mean.
The original Hawk and Dove.
We're brothers.
Yeah, yeah. I thought that was really cool, and like I guess where he like the thing in the locker room was kind of weird, but like again, like it hits tones and it
it's very adult tones. Yeah,
the tones they set up are good and then they follow through on them, and then the whole thing with like Dawn. So the way, kind of spoilers for this episode, the way Dawn and Hank, yes,
that's
his last
Hank
name. Hall. I was like, I knew it's another H.
Yeah, it's another H.
The way Hank and Dawn meet is because Dawn and Dawn. I mean, you can see
mother.
Dawn,
Yeah, no, I agree.
Hank's brother,
you're right.
Dawn's mom get killed in this like freak accident. I was like, "What? Hold on! What the fuck just happened?"
I had to rewind because I didn't realize what happened. Like it went like to douche. I was like, "Wait, did the van just hit?" And then I rewound. And I was like, "Oh shit! They got wrecked." And
so they kind of meet through
this grief
that's
counseling.
When
they meet through
and then they like get to know each other through their like counseling and like
Dawn helps Hank kind of take care of some trouble in his past, and it's good.
Their suits are awesome. We see him in the second episode.
So fucking good. And it's funny. One thing that's part of the end. We'll wait until we get to the end.
What do you think about the nuclear family thing?
I thought they were good.
They're really weird.
They were weird, but I thought it worked well. Like how they were like this, like they're supposed to be like the perfect family.
So are they the Brotherhood of Blood?
I looked them up on Wikipedia, and I think they're their own thing. They actually exist in the comics, but not to the same exact extent.
Because Brother Blood and Arrow is not really how it is in the comics.
Really?
I mean, they're in Judas' contract.
Well, so Prometheus isn't really like how he is in the comics,
He's
right?
like a totally different character.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Yeah. Hawk and Dove were awesome. They really were a great addition. I thought Some of the episodes were a little weird. Not some. There was one I didn't really like, and it was the
Which
Asylum episode. It
Why?
Just, I just felt like I didn't know what was going on, and it kind of jumped back a lot. And it just... I guess it was almost too dark at some points. I was like, this is a little...
It was pretty brutal, especially with Dick.
Especially with Dick, and even, like, Corey getting, like, operated on. So I was just like, Jesus Christ, this is dark. And then when she opens back up, I'm like, oh, this is, like... There were some parts that got, like, scared me, like, jump scared me with fucking... When she's looking at the picture of the dude and it, like, jumps out at her. I'm like, I was not expecting this at all. Because I just wasn't in the mindset.
I don't know what this is.
Yeah. You scared the shit out of me. I wasn't ready.
So, I guess we can gear that scene towards Rachel. What'd you think about her? We haven't really talked about her. I kind of like how they play her out. And, like...
Sure.
And with the thing with like the nuns and I don't know, the way they handle her I think is pretty cool.
No, I think it makes sense in the real world.
The fact that she's very unaware of her powers is cool because again, from what we have of the Teen Titans animated series, everyone's really like on grips with their abilities
at that point. Yeah,
at that
totally.
point, and like we really don't see a Raven who was like not aware that she's like a half demon thing, half human, and like it has a control over powers. Like the Rachel Ross that we have in the show is like the exact opposite of that, and that's cool because we haven't seen
the development. Yeah,
same with Beast Boy, same with Starfire. Dick is the only exception where he's like, I'm a fucking badass.
And I think no, totally,
from the beginning.
And I think that is the nature of a TV show, obviously too. We need to like whereas. You get something like Young Justice and Teen Titans, you can just jump right into that. It's an animated show. The teams form. They have their powers. Like you said, they're all up to par with their powers for the most part. And I do enjoy the development of seeing where Starfire came from, where Raven came from, how Beast Boy learned to get his powers. Like, Beast Boy, I don't know if that's true to the comics, how he gets his powers in the show. He has, like, that disease, but... I never knew that.
He something does happen to him, and his parents are in Africa doing stuff with animals. Okay. That's true.
So then
that's how it happens in Young Justice. If you don't remember, in season 1, they encounter Garfield as a human, and then he becomes Beast Boy. Wait, you're not at the episode when you find out who Beast Boy is in season 3. It's pretty funny.
Awesome.
Batman.
We're getting in the finale?
No. Just how they're
general?
talking about Batman.
Okay.
Not. We'll talk about I think we can talk about the last episode because we've been generally dicing around spoilers, but I think we can go spoilers right at the end.
Sure, for sure. Yeah, and that last But okay, how do you mean like almost how he's presented through Dick's flashbacks and all that type of stuff? Did you say very different?
Yeah.
I didn't find it to be very different.
He's a fucking killer.
Well, no, not in this. No, he's not. Not in this.
He is.
No.
He's super hardcore in the beginning.
And I'm trying to remember, what are you talking about? And
just the way Dick portrays him.
I don't think he's a killer though, because even you talk about in the last, I think he's just what he I think he's just what he is. What do you mean he's hard?
The way
because I guess Dick's killing, but I don't know if does that imply that Batman is?
Yes.
I didn't
not
get that
he's
though.
Killing, but like he's really fucking brutal. People up.
I think he's. And
that's what I took it as. That like Dick was like, hey, like. We can't be, like, destroying people the way we are, and Batman's, like, just doing that relentlessly.
Okay.
And like, that's making Dick be going towards being a killer. I'll take it back. Maybe Batman's not a killer, but, like, he's close.
So, what I read it as...
He's, like, on that line. He's not he's definitely, like... I mean, how many years would he be Batman?
How old is Dick in this? He's 20-something?
20s.
Yeah, mid-20s, like I say.
Age.
Okay, I mean, he's a detective already, and so I was thinking, like, 25. I was going to...
26, maybe?
Yeah. So what I read that more as is, like, Robin almost couldn't handle, or Dick couldn't handle it, because he felt like, not even the savagery, but he lost himself in it, whereas, like, he talks about at one point in the show, he says, the difference between me and Batman is I have a conscience. He would go to bed every night after beating up these criminals, and I'd stay up looking, like, staring in the fucking ceiling. So I took it as, like, when he's saying he puts on this mask, he loses control, but whereas Batman isn't, and he almost thinks it's not fair that he gave him all these abilities, whereas Batman can actually keep it together.
That really
does that make sense, though?
Yeah, it does.
So, like, I think...
I interpreted that Batman was being a killer, and that's why Robin was... Or not a killer. Batman was being brutal,
yeah.
and that's why Dick was being brutal. Not that Batman was just doing what he does, but Dick had a hard time just coping with it.
And he was even saying, like, he
puts on them pretty hard in general.
Yes. He said once he puts on the mask, it gives him license to do things that he doesn't like to do, and you even see it with Jason Todd. I mean, he beats the shit out of all those cops and basically almost kills them in that one scene.
Yeah, then that's again, like, that kind of reinforced my original, like, look at it. It was like, Jason Todd's like a fucking killer.
And then that's where...
And he is embracing it.
But that's where Dick goes... He says, what the fuck are you doing? Batman's definitely not okay with killing. And then he goes, Batman's not here, man. That's what the fuck. What do you think the fucking point of this mask is?
Batman's not here.
And no, he's so like how I'd imagine a young
Jason
Dick.
Todd. What's up, man?
Like, I'm the shit.
Yeah.
I think he works.
Fucking cool, dude.
I actually got to give that kid credit. I think he does play the role well.
Really he plays a fucking cocky ass Jason Todd.
But yeah, that's how I interpreted what was going on. And then and Dick basically he didn't necessarily kill someone, but he led to someone being dead. So I mean, he might as well have killed him. And then that was his kind of turning point, almost maybe.
Yeah.
But that's how I read that. And even should we get to the last episode?
I was gonna say, is there anything you want to hit? I mean, I think we've talked about.
Cool. Starfire we didn't dive into. So she doesn't really know who she is throughout most of the thing.
Let's talk about it for a
And
minute.
I think that works a lot. I actually really like her developing of like. She just doesn't remember what's going on, but she's put together enough to where she can try and piece it together.
Yeah. And she kills Konstantin Kovar in the first episode.
Who is Constant? Is he a?
He's Dolph Lundgren in Arrow.
Oh, is he?
That's Kovar. Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought she was awesome. I thought
her powers are a lot different than they are in the comics.
Doesn't she shoot green in the comics?
Yeah, but they're not.
It's like
it doesn't fucking incinerate people, as far as I know.
Yeah, they really don't. See, I don't know. That's the thing.
But here's the thing. Like, I guess
because you only see her in Teen Titans. She's not gonna burn someone alive in Teen Titans.
But I'm like, here's the thing. It's like I guess they could. I don't know.
No, but that's what I'd be curious to read an actual Starfire comic to see what her thing actually does. I think basically she does have the same powers. She uses light and stuff like that.
The powers are the same, but I'm saying the way
she uses.
No. Let me talk.
Sorry.
The way the powers are portrayed is different. Because
that makes sense.
Like she doesn't incinerate people in the comics like that.
And almost like punches them with the light or something. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
She's an alien.
No, I agree. But yeah, the chick who played her was awesome. I really did enjoy her and Dick's chemistry. I thought that worked.
Yeah, they banged.
Love it. Good for Dick. Yeah, he needed that.
Maybe he was going to
Teen Titans. Robin would be.
I'm a Donna Dick shipper. I'll tell you that.
No, Donna is awesome too.
I'm Donna Dick shipper.
I'm trying. I'm trying to think of like what I did like. I just really liked her overall in the show, but she didn't. I'm trying to think how to word this. I mean, you kind of figure out what her whole intent is throughout the show. But it's kind of her just going, for the most part, until
Spoilers.
one episode. Yeah,
she was
what's going on?
She was trying to kill Rachel originally.
Yeah, to basically stop Trigon from being released.
Yeah,
and then he is inevitably taking over the universe. Yeah,
a wider villain than just Earth.
Yeah, he can move from planet to planet and fuck shit up. So I thought that was interesting. Maybe I think it took a little bit too long to get there. I would have liked to see a little bit more because for the most part she was just kind of there supporting Raven.
Yeah, you're right. I think her story is pretty slow through the season, and then
it kind of hits. Yeah,
and everyone else is a lot faster. I'd agree with that. I think it's a fair assessment.
And I'll even say the same for Beast Boy a little bit because you don't get much of his backstory really. You get the one scene of him getting cured by who you assume was Chief.
Chief.
Yeah, and
the Chief.
That's really it for the background on the most part. He's been living with the Doom Patrol for a while, but yeah. Raven and Dick were the big stars of this show. At least I think the main focus. Yeah, for the season anyways.
Well, if anyone, Beast Boy's the only one who really wasn't the focus.
Sure.
I think Starfire, Raven, and Dick are the three big people for the show.
I agree.
But the last episode, what'd you think?
Got a little Elseworlds here, basically, right?
Yeah,
that's what.
It was kind of cool.
I did like it.
I didn't really know what was going on until I was like, "Oh, holy shit!" Like right at the end.
I figured. I
was really into that episode.
I think it worked. I do think it kind of halted the momentum of the show a little bit. I wish there was an episode after this because it kind of didn't feel like a finale.
Was supposed to be.
Yeah, I was saying.
Yeah.
So apparently, the beginning or the first episode of the next season is the finale. Was supposed to be the finale of this season. and I feel like
I like the cliffhanger goes off, but we'll talk through the episode.
It felt a little bit unsatisfying to me in that way, but I did overall like his whole basically inner conflict is basically what we were seeing, right?
Yeah.
Is the idea,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought that was a very interesting idea to put forth. And Trigon's like, I gave him a couple outs, like he could have gone the other way besides the darkness, but he chose the darkness.
God damn it, Chino.
Sorry,
He's the darkness right now.
We'll introduce him to the darkness.
Yeah, like seeing like Batman like killing the Joker, and like obviously we're getting like the face down like Joker. We're not seeing the face because like they're not gonna cast him to just kill him.
Yeah. They're not gonna put some cool makeup on him. Right? Yeah, he's had green hair.
Yeah,
and then he goes ape shit, kills it. Didn't love the Batarang design personally.
What the R's?
No, the actual like his.
What did it look like?
They were super long and just weirdly shaped. Little details.
Oh, okay.
And I do think
his
costume got leaked. Batman's like a while back on Instagram.
Really?
And it looks shitty as hell. But it's only because it's used for these shots of you see it from a weird angle or you see a shadow of it. And I get why they did it, but it did not look good.
Yeah.
But it works in the show because you never see it in direct light.
Yeah, and I'm kind of okay with them dicing around with that for a little bit. Like,
yeah, no, I agree.
Like, we don't need to see Batman, and we don't really need to see Joker. Like, they'll full cast them when they want to do a story
something like that, yeah,
or something. I thought it was cool, and I actually appreciated the cliffhanger ending. For once, usually I don't.
Mm-hmm.
One thing that the CW shows, I think, faults them is we really have a season arc and it wraps up for the most part. Like last season with the Flash, we do get Nora, and then that continues. But like Vigilante in Arrow is a character who crosses over another season is introduced. But like for the most part, the main story is one season and that's it.
It's an arc,
and this story is continuing in another season, and I kind of dig it.
And then apparently we're getting Slade. And
are we?
Yeah, you didn't see that? Yeah, Slade's coming in.
No.
Who else? I don't want to. I forget who. It's her. It's Deathstroke, Ravager, and
Ravager. Yeah, his daughter.
Yeah, and there was a Jericho.
Jericho is his son.
Okay,
so are they?
So it must be the Deathstroke family. Yeah. So
fuck yeah, dude!
I'm curious how fast.
Manu Bennett. Give him a call.
Give him a call. No. See, I do think that's interesting that they're doing that though, because then
why not? Dude,
well, I mean, they're
doing Suicide Squad again in Arrow.
Oh, they are?
They're setting it up again.
Wow.
Yeah, because they don't need to be tight about it anymore.
No, they don't.
I like how they were in the... They were in the beginning, and now they're just like, just do what you want.
And I appreciate even, like, in Supergirl, they cast Clark Kent. They casted Superman. He's in it. I would like to see that at some point with Titans, with Bruce Wayne, and like actually have a Batman. Not even I'm saying that we have to see him all the time, but like it would be cool to actually see a real interaction between Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson.
Yeah, I would agree.
But yeah.
And the only really other mention, we get Superman, we just talked about, Wonder Woman's talked about. Not too many leaguers.
You assume the Justice League existed?
Oh, it definitely does.
Yeah, it had to.
100%.
Yeah. And
for a while.
At least at some point. Yeah, for a while. And I think that's interesting. I do think they do a good job of building the world just with these kind of subtle, like, well, he had a falling out with Superman years ago, blah, 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 whatever it is. Like, these little line drops that, like, just build the universe a little bit in some cool ways, and I like it. Yeah. I did. I really found myself having a lot of fun with the show. Yeah, so that last episode, we're going to get more Trigon. I don't know if that, how long that's going to last. Yeah, maybe. Because I guess he's a big villain. I wouldn't be surprised if they try to drag him out. I'm curious if, like, they maybe block him for now, and then Raven does those trials or whatever that what's-her-name was talking about. Starfire, do you remember that part? Yeah. So, I don't know. Yeah. Maybe they will bring him back. Maybe Deathstroke and them will be working towards bringing Trigon in, but it would be interesting for them to have brought him. Nah, they wouldn't get contracted by them Brotherhood 100%. They'd be paying, they're assassins. They work for the cash. Slade. Yeah. I'm excited. I want to see more. I am too. So what did you like? I don't know how much you've watched in the app, but what did you think about it? The whole app itself, or just? Yeah. I think it's really cool. I mean, I think it's actually amazing how I can pull up all these different comic books. I think it is really up people like us as alley. Yeah, I do. I want to kind of toy around with it more. I haven't delved into it. Teen Titans is on there. Do they have like apps for the animated series and stuff? Batman Beyond.
What?
Do they have like an Apple app or anything like that? Or
Yeah,
do that?
Yeah,
okay.
That's how I. So I watch it. So the way I watched it is I would cast it from my phone to the TV using a Chromecast.
So I got a fucking HDMI port for my computer. It's not the right port side. I don't know. I thought I got to send it back and find another one, or I might just buy a fucking Chromecast. I don't know.
The one thing I will give the app fault. There's no Xbox app. There's no app on my smart TV down here. I couldn't watch it on this TV.
Yeah, no.
My beautiful 50-inch 4K TV. I couldn't watch it.
And that's kind of why I just want to get the HDMI converter, just so I can even just get around it from there.
Yeah,
so
I will admit the implementation so far is pretty weak. Like, we need those apps.
Still not even in Australia or anything like that. You know, it's coming out on Netflix over there. Titans, yeah.
I think we need that. We need the app on the consoles and on my smart TV because I want to watch it.
I mean, and hopefully they're working on
casting it or on a computer or on a phone.
I agree.
I would imagine they're working on it.
I hope so.
You know, we do have more shows coming. Young Justice just got through mid-season, which is awesome. I would say I would like Young Justice a little bit more than Titans, but they're also really different shows. Doom Patrol's coming out. We're getting Swamp Thing.
Swamp Thing I actually totally forgot about. I'm pumped for Swamp Thing.
Yeah, what else? Titan Season 2.
They're apparently doing a practical suit for Swamp Thing. That's going to be interesting. Did you
think
see the guy that they cast? The guy who it's like this gigantic, big dude.
Dude, I think they can pull something like that.
No, I think they can. I mean, dude, they did Robot Man. So I'm just surprised how good that looks on there. I didn't think it would work as well as it did.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I love the practical route. I don't think it necessarily works for someone like Killer Croc, but
yeah, like we're gonna see a practical cyborg,
which
we'll see. Again, like it's hard to judge off promotional images of what
too
that
excited
is
for
gonna
it,
look like
but
on screen.
I'll give it the benefit of the doubt, especially with what I saw.
Cyborg's going to be in Young Justice.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, yeah, that's pretty dope. Cool. Yeah,
pretty dope.
There's actually a part where you hear about him on like playing football on a news broadcast. Yeah,
it's awesome. Love this shit. I do. You could watch a bunch of like DC movies on there and stuff
too. I'm saying there's a lot on there that I haven't delved into. I want to watch the animated series for Batman and Superman.
You should definitely do like an animated in the movie night or something.
Sure. I want to fucking watch like Death and the Return of Superman's on there.
Dude, if I get that HDMI converter,
Teen Titans, which I want to rewatch. I hope the movies are on there too.
Yeah, it looks like they all are.
Yeah, I mean, like more stuff's getting added, but
Death of Superman just came out and stuff like
in
that.
Regards to like the new DC stuff, I don't think like Dark Knight or anything like that is on there. The older stuff is.
Yeah. I mean, I guess they need to have stuff to add on. Yeah, that is funny that none of the CW shows
makes sense.
Yeah, I guess it does.
They would only be on there on demand.
Exactly.
But like,
I'm surprised they don't have like they can't. I guess. I don't know. Good show. I enjoyed it. I really did. Anything else to add in here, Gooch? I'm trying to think.
I'm done. I'm good. I've said my piece, and I think we both enjoyed it, so that's cool.
Yeah, worth the watch. I mean, hey, you get a 7-day free trial for the DC Universe,
and you can get shit pretty quick.
You could easily watch this in a week if you were really that. You could
easily watch the entire mid-season for Young Justice in like. However
2
long
days.
It takes. But that show is like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah, I mean, so
episodes.
So if you do 3 chunks, it's an hour and a half. It's basically like a movie each time.
Yeah,
it's awesome. All right, well, I think that wraps us up, Gooch. Guys, thank you for watching. If you've been watching on Twitch, we thoroughly appreciate it. You can find us on our Facebook page, facebook.com/DelcoNerdNetwork, as well as YouTube and iTunes, as well as podcasts. Just search Delco Nerd Network on those podcast services and YouTube, all that stuff will pop right up. Please give us reviews on those podcast services if you're so inclined. We really do appreciate them. They help us kind of boost us up on iTunes and all that good stuff. I don't think I'm missing anything, right, Gooch?
And if you'd like to find any of this information we just said, go to www.delconerdnetwork.com.
Correct. New Whatever letter coming out this Wednesday, actually, so keep an eye out for that. Thank you all for watching. For Gooch, I've been Trio. We'll see you next time, guys.